3, let's go.
You know we gon' do it right, so come elevate your mind. Got them hating, they can't take it, cause they on the sideline. They mad about us. They mad about it.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't tell nobody we was jamming like this. Stay mad, sucker.
What's up, peppers? It's your girl Tiara Trichet, and you are now tuned in to another episode of Madabouttea. Now, before we even get started, it's come to my attention that 92% of you heifers ain't subscribed. So let's go ahead and fix that by hitting that subscription button with that notification bell so you never miss a beat. And if you like what you see, drop a like and a comment. It's free and it helps your girl out a lot. All that good stuff. Now let's get into it. Welcome back. You already know the drill. If you ain't did what the intro said by now, then you're whack. So today we're gonna get into the Tyrese and DJ Envy beef. Now, last time we talked about it, he was on the radio show looking flabbergasted because DJ Envy was telling him that he should box his mouth. Well, we got to get into a little bit of an update because, of course, Tyrese had more to say about it. Let's get into it. So now we have Tyrese, who went live after the incident, crying about his experience. Let's listen to the clip.
Both of them, but I'm not going to do it. The choice that I'm going to make is to wish them well in their careers, their marriage, their family, everything. I want the best for them.
Somebody needs to explain to me right now why this nigga keep leaning off the camera pretending like he's not crying, like we don't see him crying. Tyrese, I'm gonna tell you like this. The next time you feel like you need to cry, go find a corner, because we don't want to see it. The fact that you are on Instagram talking about I wish you well. You should have wished him well when he was in your face saying I should have boxed your mouth. You should have got up and you should have boxed DJ Envy in the veneers. But now you out here crying. You've lost leverage. You've lost the upper hand. Now, if you would have just sat down and been quiet, everybody could have forgot that even happened. But now you're on the internet, on Instagram Live, crying and dragging it. For what? What was the motivation for that? Because you're not getting cool points on this. But let's continue to hear what he has to say.
I really do. I want to say thank you to Jess. I hope they add you I hope they officially add you to the show. And I hope nobody attacks you or come at you, because you actually had the only heart in the room. So I'm in the middle of expressing my vulnerabilities and all this stuff that I've been carrying and festering from.
We're not going to put the sexy throat on while you're crying. And correct me if I'm wrong, does this nigga have on a filter? Them eyes is looking especially hazel today. Okay? The lips are looking extra plump. The nose is looking slim and refined. Telltale signs of a filter. I I need to know what's going on right now. He's rubbing his hands Birdman style while he's trying to explain why he hopes that Just Hilarious gets the spot. First of all, we don't care. The tears have already blown the moment. But carry on.
Certain things that they've said and choices they've made and how they've went about being insensitive about my stuff. I appreciate Jess for just stepping in and wanting to keep the conversation. Definitely didn't plan on getting emotional live, but it's all fresh.
Nigga, you planned on it. I don't know how long after the initial appearance on The Breakfast Club this was, but nigga, if it wasn't same day, you planned on getting emotional. It ain't that fresh, nigga. It's at least 2-3 days old. Okay? What you did was you let them internet memes get to you, and now you in your feelings. I cannot take the fact that he's trying to sound at peace with everything and just so stoic and cool, calm, and collected whilst he's got crocodile tears going down his cheeks. Can't take it. Won't take it. I'm done with it. And that's the gospel truth. Let me see what else he has to say, because, you know, we got some more updates on the situation.
One thing y'all need to know is I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna get through this process. I'm gonna take this journey. But I'm gonna have to grow up. When you think of life, you're gonna have to start thinking of it as stock. And there's areas of stock in your life where the value is low. There's some areas that you really gotta grow in. Then there's those areas where the stock is really high. And for everybody who knows me, and for everybody who turned on me, never called, never checked on me, never came, never tried to pull up on me, never tried to come put their eyes on me and make sure I was good. I know one thing's for sure. As y'all have watched this Breakfast Club interview, y'all was happy as a motherfucker I never called your name. Y'all was at home like, everything that I'm describing about Envy or Charlemagne, I could have easily mentioned you. You turned your back on me too, and I never turned on you. I went above and beyond for you too.
That's enough of that, nigga. You don't get brownie points for giving of yourself, nigga. It's either you're gonna give or you ain't. Moving on. So shortly after that, DJ Envy decided he was gonna get his wife. He was gonna get his wife on the line to clear up a few things, because how dare somebody have an opposing opinion on DJ Envy? How dare someone feels like, you know, he's just not the best guy in the world? So he had his gullible wife call up there to defend him. Let's get into that, shall we?
Tyrese is calling me a liar. For people that don't know, I stopped talking to Tyrese, and there was a reason why I stopped talking to Tyrese. Not because only did I think he was a bozo and full of ish, but also because of the way that I felt he was talking and conducting business with my wife. Tyrese helped save our relationship when we were going through probably our lowest point, and I cheated. Tyrese came in and really helped us and guided us through our relationship, correct?
Yes, he did. Absolutely.
And then we got to a point where we stopped talking to Tyrese. I even blocked Tyrese, and I wanted to box his mouth, as I said the other day. And can you explain to the people why we stopped talking to Tyrese?
Well, we stopped talking to Tyrese on two different occasions. Once many, many years ago, when he did do that amazing thing for us. he and I became friends, and we were very, very cool, and we spoke often. But for me, it got to a point where it became inappropriate and uncomfortable, where I felt as though lines were being crossed. You know, there was times where I felt like he was extremely demanding of my time and of my attention, where if I didn't give him my time and my attention, he would get very angry, get very upset. At that time, I didn't feel as though he was going through any mental issues. I didn't feel as though he was facing any mental challenges at that time. I know that he does go through things, and I know that he has been on medication, but at that time, I felt as though he was very clear-minded and everything seemed cool. But when I started to feel uncomfortable and you started to feel uncomfortable, we took a step back.
Well, what lines were crossed?
And
Because people would be
then,
like, well, what lines did he cross?
you know, I don't really feel comfortable being specific.
And that, my dear, is where I have to cut you off. You don't get on air and think you're spilling tea, but then don't actually spill any tea. The floor is dry. Our throats are dry. There was nothing to sip. There was nothing to speak of. Because what it sounds like to me is you let a man who you knew dealt with mental complications interfere in your marriage, and what you decided was, I'm gonna feel like he doesn't go through mental complications because he's making me feel better about the fact that I accepted a cheater back into my life. So now that you got a little too cozy and Envy felt away, you tried to cut that relationship off at the knees, but oops, now you gotta act like you felt uncomfortable too. If you're not going to tell us what was up, then baby, we don't want to hear that. You getting on the radio talking about something, I'm just uncomfortable. No, you can't be too uncomfortable. You ain't not talking about, so we decided to take a step back because I didn't feel like, girl, shut up. And DJ Envy really sitting in that chair like, yeah, tell him what was up, baby. Like he's really shutting it down and he's really proving a point. Y'all didn't prove anything. If you can't put a name to the accusation, then your accusations hold no weight. It doesn't matter. In the court of public opinion, both y'all still look like clowns. And that's the gospel truth. So, I don't even know if I want to finish letting this clip play because, to be honest, when I was watching it, she didn't really say anything that was like moving or jarring or that really had me like, ooh, this is tea. Because it wasn't. You just got on there talking in circles, saying a bunch of nothing, really trying to give validity to DJ Envy's ego trip, because that's all it was. He got mad, you got caught out there cheating, and now your wife had the same proximity to a man who looks good, by the way, and could have been doing the very same cheating, and that would have tore your little heart to shreds. So we wasn't going to let that go down, but because it seems like Gia is one of those girls where, oh, if my man feel away, then it can't happen. Girl, I'd have been stomping all over that nigga's feelings. Wouldn't have cared not one piece. Tyrese could demand every second of the day if he wanted to, because nigga, you wasn't worried about it while you was out there cheating. Period. But I guess I'll go ahead and move on to the next one. Y'all thought I was gonna let that thing play? Clap it up for me. Y'all goofy. Y'all thought I was gonna listen to that bullcorn. We moving on to the next clip. So shortly after that, Tyrese had more to say, y'all. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I can. That's just Tyrese's MO. If he's not gonna do anything else, he's gonna get on Instagram and he's gonna say some stuff, and that's just period. So according to him, he ain't say nothing disrespectful to DJ Envy or his wife. But see, when a nigga is threatened, you don't actually have to. Now, this is about to where I got caught up at. I didn't really get to look into that situation really. So rather than this being an update for me, it's gonna be hot tea with tea, because I didn't watch this clip. I just knew the saga continued, so now I'm going over it with y'all.
I've lost a little sleep since I've been home about a man accusing me of disrespecting his wife, as he said. Charlemagne in the background said, "What did he say?" I was wondering too. What did I say? So, of course, you know, the beautiful thing about the iMessage, the iCloud, it gives you an opportunity to recall text messages, and I don't see nothing in the text messages directly into Envy or directly into his wife where I disrespected him or her.
But Tyrese said, "Oh, I got times today." He's dropping what I like to call receipts. So something that DJ Envy or Gia could not do, or would not do rather, Tyrese about to show you how it's done. He said, "Baby, let me teach you how to stunt real quick. You won't play on my head top." Clap it up for Tyrese. If you're gonna stand up for yourself, this is the response that should have came out. This is the response, because all that crying and whining, it ain't do nothing for me. I don't think it did anything for anybody, really. But let's go ahead and move on to the next clip.
Let's call my wife, please.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ.
Am I on the radio?
We already
Yes, you
seen
are.
this.
You're on the
Am
radio.
I on the radio? I missed that part. Am I on the radio? Like you didn't already know that he was about to call you, girl. Y'all playing this before he left the house that morning. So I guess he didn't release the clips. Wow. My apologies. I thought your boy dropped the receipts. Doesn't look like he did, at least not in this post. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. That's where I'm getting this information from. After DJ Envy sicked his wife on Tyrese, Tyrese had a little bit more to give. He said, "You playing on my head top? I got something for you." So Tyrese has some more words for DJ Envy. "No one has disrespected your family and your wife more than you." Let's look at it.
I'm gonna let a lot of people down from the choice that I'm about to make. I've been asked to leave it alone. It's been said that people got a short attention span. They're not gonna be thinking about this shit in the next 3 hours.
And Tyrese, that is the actual gospel truth. Like, if we could just not worry about you and DJ Envy, there's 50 more events that are going on that are more interesting than you, Gia, and DJ Envy. We know DJ Envy is Sir Capilat. Okay? We know he's a scammer. And we know that DJ Envy is Gia's man. She's going to stick beside him no matter what he does or how much embarrassment she goes through. So you literally, quite literally, didn't even have to do any of this. But let's continue to watch the rest of the clip.
3 days. Move on. Let it go. Take the high road. You're a star. Your stage is big. Envy. You know how you said, "I don't give a fuck about nothing. If anybody disrespect my wife," and then you ran down all your kids' names. You said, "I don't give a fuck who you are, what it is. When it comes to my wife and my family, I don't play no games." You goofy. No one has disrespected your wife and your family more than you.
Golly. Come on, man. You goofy. Nobody's and therein lies the reason why you shouldn't even went through this, because newsflash, Tyrese, this is public knowledge. We all know. But I am going to sit back, eat my popcorn, and enjoy the show. So I'm not going to say nothing else. We just going to let it play.
You know the most dangerous thing about me? Is I know what I know about the level you took it to. I'll leave it at that. So all of a sudden, when it comes to your wife and your family, that's off limits. I don't play no games. I'll fucking be ready to shoot, stab, and kill when it come to my wife and my family. But nigga, no one has violated and disrespected the shit out of your first lady and your family more than you. Put a pin in that.
person that was my brother and helped my relationship, not the Tyrese that I was going through. So I took a step back from
So you got
until
the
we had a
text
conversation.
messages of the psych med Tyrese?
He did. That's what
Oh,
it
you
was.
crazy? Charlamagne told you to suck his dick before on that message.
Because you was talking crazy.
Whoa.
You know that. We had this
Hey,
conversation already.
guys.
But he literally said,
I
I don't remember any of that.
I don't remember what I said
And I
that
believe
made
you.
you say that
But
or
to this
made
point,
you feel that way.
But to this point, I took a step back because I didn't know what you were going through, and I tried to talk to you, and I seen who you were, and I didn't even like who you were online. And to my point, I tried, and when I seen how you were talking this way,
Long story short, just from this brief 10-second clip of a recap of the previous conversation, these niggas ain't your friends. Everybody ain't your friends, clearly. Because if this was your friend and you know he was going through something, it was all right for him to support you in your time of need. But when he's going through whatever he's going through, I gotta take a step back. They ain't your friends. Like, what we shocked about? Everybody in the industry ain't your friend. It is what it is. Charlamagne, very bold to tell somebody that. And the fact that Tyrese is just sitting here mumbling and fumbling and trying to figure out, nah, you should have popped off on them niggas then. Don't nobody, I appreciate the go off on Instagram and all that. I mean, it was hilarious and entertaining to say the least. But you should have got active right then when them niggas was trying to tell you about yourself. You should have started telling them niggas about themselves. I'd have been exposing everybody's dirty secrets. Oh, nigga, you on my head top? I'm telling about that time you stole Bluebell out the CVS. I'm telling about everything. Baby. I'm a vote until you cross me. And that's a fact. Especially if you're going to try to play me publicly. This very easily could have been a very private conversation. They very, very well could have talked about this off the air, but all of a sudden, because we're trying to get a click and or a view, we do this in front of the world for everyone to see. It's sad to say the least, but again, I implore you, Tyrese, let it go. Let it rock, because it's old, it's stale, it's not getting anywhere. They don't have no respect for you. They not your friends. Take your L on the chin and leave it where it is. But that's all I got for y'all today on the DJ Envy and Tyrese situation. If you like the content, you know what to do. You should already have hit the like button. If you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and do that for me so you never miss a beat. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm out.